Hi everyone and welcome back to For All Humans. Mindfulness is a concept that was derived from Buddhist origins and transferred to Western science only 40 years ago. Research on mindfulness defines it as an intentional, non-judgmental attentiveness to the present moment and an inherent quality to human consciousness, regardless of their spiritual or religious beliefs. Mindfulness teaches us to know how to pay attention, how to focus and concentrate, how to listen, and how to learn and how to be wise. Mindfulness can be enhanced through a variety of practices that systematically train attention and awareness. People who want to achieve a state of mindfulness focus on cultivation of benevolent and clear-headed values and actions to self. The practice of mindfulness has long existed in Islam through Dhikr, or remembrance of God. Dhikr is a meditative technique or practice that strengthens the spiritual bond between an individual and his or her creator, and trains Muslims to become more mindful of themselves, their surroundings, and their creator. Unlike some mindfulness meditation techniques, the core of all Dhikr practices is to remember and be mindful of God. Muslims face reality by training and preparing their state of mind to deal with it. Dhikr, or remembrance of God, is a Muslim's path to purification. Through Dhikr, a Muslim trains to purify his or her heart and soul by living in a state of mindfulness that focuses one's mind on developing a bond with its creator. Muslims believe that within the strength of that bond lies the peace of mind, comfort, and solace they seek. The Quran states in chapter 13, verse 28, "Those who believe and whose hearts find their rest in the remembrance of God." John Renard, a professor of theological studies at St. Louis University, notes that the meaning of the word dhikr encapsulates both remembrance and mindfulness. Dhikr is to be mindful of God and His creation. Furthermore, an ethnographic study of a group of adult Muslim converts in Missouri showed how they developed their moral selves engaging in religious practices such as prayer and dhikr. Nina, one of the converts in the study, observed that remembering Allah over time made her more mindful. She says, "The longer I practiced, the more mindful I became." Learning to become mindful or to focus on the moment enables Muslims to practice dhikr at its best. A complete focus on dhikr establishes an inner connection with the divine. Nowadays, we all suffer from cluttered minds. We are emotionally distressed and caught up in the stresses of life. If anything, this has negative implications for our health and state of mind. When we practice mindfulness, we can free our souls, reach a calmer state, and achieve a clearer mindset that can enable us to focus on performing dhikr and attaining an even higher degree of mindfulness. It is key to note here that whenever dhikr is mentioned in the Quran, it is associated with the word kathir, meaning abundant. So, for an effective mindful dhikr session, Muslims have to invest a good amount of time on it. Nevertheless, the reality is that we all have busy schedules and we take pride in multitasking. We are forced to multitask to achieve the ambitious goals we set for ourselves. We are running around juggling an endless list of day-to-day tasks. While performing dhikr, we might get sidetracked by our to-do lists, making that phone call, completing that project, sending those invites to your child's birthday party. When that is the case, we are not in a mindful state with full focus on the remembrance of God. Neuroscience researchers have actually found out that multitasking leads to memory disruption, which negatively influences the retention of information. Hence, the more we do, the more our brains get distracted, and we find it difficult to focus on one thing while not thinking of the next item on our to-do list. As Langston and Klemp, authors of the New York Times bestseller Master the Lifelong Habit of Well-Being, put it, we are adept time travelers, physically here in the moment, but mentally thinking about the next. In their 2010 study titled "A Wandering Mind is an Unhappy Mind," Harvard psychologists Matthew Killingsworth and Daniel Gilbert found that the more people let their minds wander, regardless of how pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral their thoughts may be, the more unhappy they feel. In their analysis of 2,250 adults, they found that mind wandering occurred in 47% of them. Mindful dhikr, or remembrance of God, trains our hearts and minds to become more disciplined and reach a state of calmness and stillness. Mindful dhikr can change the way we control or regulate our emotions. It helps us to become more focused and further strengthens our mental ability.
If you liked what you saw, please remember to like, comment, share, and let us know what you think in the comment section below. See you all next time.